Hey, lovies, it's your girl JK with the Many Wigs Podcast, where if it's popping, I got the wig for the topic. And today we have a beautiful queen with us. I am so delighted to have Miss Lia Dias with us today. Hey,
Oh, thank you.
beautiful.
Thank
How
you.
are
I'm like right up
you?
my alley with the wigs
Yes,
here.
honey.
I feel
Yes,
like I'm in my
yes.
element and
Oh,
the
yes.
champagne.
Yes,
I feel like I'm at
yes,
home.
yes, we get it popping here.
I
So,
see.
like me, you wear many wigs, honey. So, let's start off with Married to Medicine.
Oh, Lord. Listen, so I was a cast member on Married to Medicine. I'm not Married to Medicine anymore. You could find it on TMZ. The whole divorce is like everywhere. But yeah, so I did the show and it was a good experience. It was great. Like I love Bravo. I love my castmates. And I mean, you can't really buy that kind of like experience.
Yes.
So I'm just grateful to have been able to be a part of it. So
Yes,
yeah, that
yes.
was that about Married
Nice.
to Medicine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next wig,
And next week.
Hype Hair Magazine.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So, what's going on with that?
Okay, so Hype Hair Magazine has a 33-year history of being the authority of black hair. Like any black woman in this country knows what hype hair is. And so I have a unique job as the new owner. I've been the owner for 3 years, and that's really to not just sustain it, but to take it to a new level. So part of what I've been doing over the last 3 years is revamping how we approach content and making sure we're very present in the digital space and making sure we have the right people on the cover and moving to Atlanta to make sure I have opportunities like this to keep the magazine in the forefront. But it's great. And most exciting about Hype Hair right now is that we have a licensing deal with Conair. So you can find accessories in 900 and something Burlington coat factories across the country, 300 and something Nordstrom's racks. We're working on some other big box retailers, but you can get your wig grippers, your ponytail holders, your bobby pins, your combs, your brushes. All of them are Hype Hair through Conair. So that's really been
Yes,
exciting.
honey, and I need all my wig grippers.
I'm gonna send you a care kit, courtesy
Love
of
it,
Hype
love
Hair and
it.
Conair for sure.
Yes,
You're gonna love the
it.
products.
Thank you. So, how are the kids adjusting to Atlanta?
Okay, so I have a unique situation, like I said, with my divorce, and I've never really been in this situation before. But my oldest daughter is in college. She's at Howard, so I'm a Bison mom right now.
Hey, nice.
So that's exciting. And my younger two are not really with the transition right now. Neither is their dad. So they're in LA. So I'm working on getting them. Yeah, when you go through divorce, I don't think people really like understand how heavy divorce is, especially when you have young kids. It's not just a separation of that relationship. It's a separation of like families and ties and all of that. So my family's in a transition right now. So my little ones, they'll be here soon in a few weeks to come visit, but their home base is in LA with their dad. So I have a unique opportunity to really focus on career right now because I've been a mom since I was 18 years old, a full-time mom.
Yes.
And so these last few months of really like relinquishing that responsibility to their dad has been hard, but it's also been rewarding too, because now I get to go work and I don't have to worry about lunches and nannies, and I get to, really focus on myself and my brand right now. So I'm grateful for that space that I'm in my life. Yeah.
Nice. So, what was it that brought you to Atlanta?
Honestly, everything that has to do with hype hair. It's such an important part of my life. It's such an important part of Black culture. And I felt like in Los Angeles, I wasn't able to wrap my hands around it the way I wanted to. And I felt like Atlanta was the place to be able to do that. And so I'm really just focused on building the brand. So that's why I'm here in Atlanta.
Nice.
Listen, Atlanta is the hair capital in my mind. And not just hair, it's the culture capital for Black America. It's here in Atlanta. So if you want to grow a Black brand, I feel like Atlanta is the place to be.
Where is that? So, who inspires you?
I have a lot of inspirations. First of all, being a mother. I have 2 daughters. I have a son, but I'm my daughter's first examples. So that is inspiring to me that I have to set an example for them because I don't want them to ever be financially dependent on a man, a government system, anything outside of themselves. And so that's my first inspiration to provide what's the best word? Their best example, their first example.
Yeah.
And then secondly is really all of the women and men, because men subscribe to Hype Hair too, all of the people that are watching. It's like a big deal. And so I'm very mindful of the images we put out. There was another magazine recently that put out an image that was overly edited and it went viral for that reason. And it was like overly photoshopped, and not to down like another publication, but I'm mindful of that when we put out images because I know young people are watching. And so if they see something that's not obtainable, that's my responsibility because I know that that image is not obtainable. And then that plays into people's mental health and how they see themselves if we're giving them an image that we know that they'll never be able to live up to. So there's a huge responsibility for me as a Black woman to make sure I put out images of Black women that are real, realistic, obtainable, glamorous, all of those things. But there's a fine line between reality and like Instagram, Photoshop, and all of that stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my other inspiration to make sure I'm staying true to that.
Nice. So are you hoping that your children follow in your footsteps?
You know what's so funny? My oldest daughter is a fashion student and a business student. And so many times I'm like, just come work for Hype Hair. And she's like, nah, no, thank you. And it's not that she doesn't love the brand, it's that she wants to forge her own path. So I've kind of stopped being a tiger mom when it comes to that. And like, let her find her own space. And my youngest daughter is a creative too, but I think that the way that I create and the way that they create is totally different. So I just want to aspire from afar. I'm gonna let them do their thing.
Got it.
So
Love it.
no, they don't need to follow in my footsteps. Just be happy. That's my whole thing. I don't care
it.
what you do, who you love, how you do it. Just make sure you are happy.
Yes.
That's all I
Love
care
it.
about.
Love it.
Yep.
So you have siblings. How are your siblings doing?
Ooh, Lord. Oh my God. Okay, so I have two sisters. I'm in business with them, but I encourage anyone to not do business with family. It has been the ride of a lifetime. Do not. I love them though. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Leanne.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. No, but that's real. Like, I love my siblings, but I don't love them when we do business together. So I think it's best, honestly, that you support each other, but you don't commingle business ventures at all with family.
Yeah.
And I can't speak to that a lot, but I'll just say that's my 2 cents about it.
Yes. Yeah. And all you can do is love them.
Yeah,
Which is
and let them be themselves, right?
Yeah.
Because when you do business with family, there's an expectation to be a business partner, but there's also an expectation to still be family. And sometimes the two roles don't mix at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be your sister and your business partner at all times. And I think that expectation is kind of like held very high when you do business with family. So, yeah. I don't know what it is about it though. Like, I suspect what I think it is that like, so like, let's say we were business partners, right? Like, there's a certain level of respect we would have for each other because we're not super close, right? We're just trying to get to, but when you're family and your sisters, like, you feel like you could tell me something that I wouldn't expect or accept from somebody that I was doing business with. So I think that that's where it is.
Yeah.
Because I see my sisters be so respectful to other people in other scenarios in their business entity.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to me, I don't get that level of respect. And it's like, no, well, fake with me too. Fake with me like you fake with them. And I mean, they might feel the same way about me, but I just feel like there's like a laxness and a looseness that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can understand that because for me, it's kind of like I don't get the same energy or like the same respect,
same
or
reverence, right?
the same
Like,
treatment. So it's kind of like, well, what's wrong with me? Like,
right?
what did I do to you?
What did I do to you?
Yeah, so I can understand because I've tried working with my siblings and it didn't work out that well. And so sometimes you kind of have to, like you said, there's that line of like family and then business partners. And for me, it's kind of like I'm just gonna love you from afar.
I was watching these. It like went viral last week with Kim Kardashian and Kourtney fighting.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that? And I was like, I totally get it.
Yeah.
I've had those same conversations with my sister, and I think that that's what it is when you work so closely.
Yeah.
with them and you grew up together and you have family time. It's just like,
Yeah. And then I think like with family, like sometimes like the expectations are just wild.
Yeah.
Just wild, like
Right.
just crazy.
It's not obtainable. Like,
Right.
I will never be able to match that expectation.
Right, yeah.
So what I've learned with my sisters, we made a decision earlier this year that we were not going to do business together anymore, that we were going to dissolve the entities that we had to, because we like, at one point we were like living together. We were, my sisters own restaurants, I own a nightclub. We were like running our nightclubs and restaurants together. It just became like too enmeshed. And so we all made a decision earlier this year. Part of my move to Atlanta is to kind of get out, just three of us were so tight, to kind of get away from that and let everybody have their own space and do their own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made a decision that on paper, we were not going to do business together anymore, but that we would support each other from afar, from a distance.
And that's nice.
I'm waiting for that to like be real. Because you know, once you enmesh with paperwork, it's like time to unravel it.
Yeah.
So we're doing that now, and it feels good, honestly.
I didn't even get paperwork. I got a text message.
Oh, Lord.
Just out of the blue.
Oh, no.
Just out of the blue, like literally like one day everything was good. Like we hung out,
That's
we went
crazy.
to lunch, and then the next
So you
morning
didn't feel
woke
it?
up and no.
Oh,
the
no,
next
I
morning
felt it
woke
the
up
whole
to
time.
a text message. Just no.
Got it.
I was blindsided for me. And I think that's probably why it kind of like probably hurt me so much because I was totally blindsided. Like didn't see, like we were a whole singing group.
Yeah,
like
right.
we had written songs, like we were ready to release the song, and then now it's like nothing
out the blue.
Nothing out the blue.
Yeah, I can't speak to that because
Yeah.
I saw the writings on the wall for about 2 years.
Oh no, not me, not
didn't
me,
know.
girl. No, I'm
It's
going
out the
along
blue.
fat, dumb, and happy, thinking, oh yeah, our
That's
sisterhood is good.
It's tight, huh?
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
but you
we
know what I
good.
always say and what I really truly believe is that sometimes when you're getting ready to go to, you know, you're at a high level, but when you're
Right,
getting ready
right.
to go to another level, there's certain things, people, energy,
Exactly.
situations that like God knows you can't have around you.
Exactly, yeah.
So he's probably doing you, I don't say probably, I know for a fact, this is what I
Yeah.
know for sure, he's doing you a greater service. And so that's why I look at like
Absolutely.
this disillusion of stuff, like the marriage and the sister.
Absolutely.
Like I could wallow in it and be like, oh my God, I'm losing my family and my,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no, it's like I'm not losing anything. I'm gaining something much greater.
Yeah,
So
I do believe that because I do
Yeah.
believe that as you know we become successful and we grow and we mature, it's like
Yeah.
you know people will start to fall out of your circle and that's okay. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's like you know, it's kind of like you know my like my peace is like very important to
the
me.
most important
My peace
thing.
of mind is like very
yeah,
important.
you can't
to
do
me.
any of this.
Child, no. Like, how am I supposed
Right.
to like?
You
like,
can't do
change
any
these
of
wigs
this
every
without
day,
peace of
child?
mind.
Right. If I don't have peace of mind.
Yep,
so,
that's most important.
Yeah.
Over
yeah.
anybody, anything. So
Yeah.
I agree with you, girl.
Yeah. So my mind is, honey, my mind is like my bed. I make it up every single day, and I'm very careful about who I let in it. So.
That's a word. Somebody write that down. Put it on a picture. That's a word for sure.
Yes, definitely.
I
So,
believe that.
Much success to
Same.
you.
Same.
Yes. Look, child. Look, we got so much.
I know we do. Listen, when you started talking, I'm like, oh Lord, don't bring up the sisters
I
now.
know.
That's so
it's
funny.
It's a tough subject, but you know, sometimes it's good to like, you know, talk about it and know that, you know,
Yeah.
you're not the only one out there. And it's okay. It's, you know what? And what I learned is it's okay to not be okay.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like I have to just, you know, embrace that. And also for me, you know, and I also say that, you know, change is not easy, but I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
okay. And I still have my sister by my side. You know,
Right.
she's still here. Hey, Gianna, love you.
Right.
And I always tell her, you know, it's like, you know, it's the situations where, you know, and I told her, I said, I will never leave you, but sometimes I have to go.
Right,
I have to go,
right.
but I'm always going to come back for my sister.
Amen to that.
Always.
For sure.
I got her and she got
And
me.
listen, even the ones that don't speak to you, listen, blessings to them too.
Oh, absolutely. I pray for them every
All
night.
of that, like
yes, I love 'em.
everything. We could do a whole show about family and business though. Don't get me started with
Look, me and
that.
you both. Me and you both.
Do
Okay.
you have a family member you do business with?
I do actually. My sister and I, we actually have a fragrance business together. It is called Lay Elegance.
I love
and
it.
we have an essential perfume oil.
Yes.
And we have an essential cologne oil.
Got
And
it.
I have a gift.
Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. Who's the oldest? Who's the youngest? Does it show up at work? What do y'all do when you get into disagreements? Like, maybe you can help me.
I'm the oldest.
Okay, I
I'm
am
the
too.
oldest, yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of disagreements.
That's good.
Because I'm the type of person. It's like it's okay to disagree. You know,
Yeah.
as long as we respectfully,
Yeah.
disagree, and we can talk about it. We can reach a peaceful, happy medium and move on.
I get it.
And like leave it there. And it's like you have to be clear on what the roles are, because you can't have like
Absolutely.
too many cooks in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
It's like, hey, she has her lane and
Yeah.
I have mine,
See, that's so
and
good.
we work well
Well,
together.
God bless you guys. I'm so
you,
happy
thank
you guys
you,
have
thank
figured
you.
it out. Because
So
me,
this-
on the other hand,
This is our
oh, your packaging is
perfume.
so
Oh,
cute.
Thank you. That is Lay
Oh,
Elegance.
it's giving like what am I thinking?
Oh, take the top off.
Oh, what am I doing wrong? Oh, here. Okay.
So she has notes of vanilla and peony.
What is the inspiration behind the packaging though?
Well, Lay Elegance to us means classy, elegant, beauty.
That
And
sounds
so
good.
we wanted our product to live up to that standard.
It's giving like Taj Mahal, like regal, like gold. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
that.
yes.
It's giving that look.
And this is our essential cologne, Otis,
Okay.
which stands for On to Infinite Success, because the sky's the limit for me and my sister.
Oh, I know that's right. Come on, Otis.
And Otis has hints of oriental, musk, and sandalwood.
Got it. Well, I'm still stuck on the packaging. Oh yeah, this is good. I'm gonna take
And you
this home
can
to my
find
man.
us. We have a website, layelegance.com, and you can also find us on Instagram at layelegance.co.
I love it.
So those are yours to keep.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're
I love
welcome.
gifts. And these
Yes.
smell so good.
Thank
So this is an essential oil.
It's an essential oil.
Got it, but it's not oily.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not very, very oily.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's good for sensitive skin, vegan.
Yeah,
vegan
it's
products.
soft. That's what it
Yes,
is.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So thank you so much for being here.
I love it. Thank you for
gracing
having
us
me.
with your presence.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, that's it for today's episode of the Many Wig Podcast. And remember, if it's popping, I got the wig for the topic.
I love it.
Bye, lovies.